Yo, hey, what's up guys? Today I'm gonna show you the Fire Knight 10 version of the Mastercode 271 of Emic, and you might don't know what that means, but I made a Mastercode and the link will be in the description, where we use Emic in all areas of the game, and we will use all on difficulties, on the hardest ones like Hydra, Clam Boss and everything else, but this one will be the Fire Knight part of it. And you are really interested in probably the presets and everything, and I got you covered so we can take a look at it. Unfortunately, we don't have a code right now for the speed calculator, but I highly recommend to download the speed calculator and try out the stuff for yourself. And don't worry, the speed calculator will get an update soon, and champions like Mikage is in there and will be covered, and that's the point where I can actually not show you the code at the moment because we don't got Mikage in there right now. But don't worry, the team what I'm gonna show you in the video is calculated by this calculator, but by Yannick himself, and he had access to Mikage of course a little bit earlier than we all do. That's why he was able to give me the numbers, and everything was super nice. But I can actually not give you the code, but don't worry, I will add that later on in the description and you can just check it out over there. So let's talk about presets. Maybe some presets of them for wave 1 and 2 are a little bit off or something, but you should actually be okay if you just copy what I do right here, but maybe you got some other ideas for the waves and stuff. It is always important that you go onto the boss with the right skills, having the cooldown ready when you need it. So that's the only point where we have to actually care about, that we get our skills ready when we enter the boss. But the setup is maybe a little bit different for you, so you can just take whatever you want and you should be okay. So Emic, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, Creodan, 1, 2 and 3. Shakal is gonna do those presets. And our big boy Nude, 1, 2 and 3. Alright, let's go head into the run. But I also want to remind you that it would be super nice of you if you leave a like on the video, because the setup of this Mastercode version of killing the whole team took a long time, a lot of resources and everything else. So it would be super nice if you press the like button, put a nice comment under the video, and yeah, also subscribe to the channel, because I want to reach 8,000 subscribers, and yeah, I want to enter the test server so I can do stuff like that way more easy for myself, and I can give you more teams that actually doesn't affect my account personally, but I just think, hey, they're really cool teams and you might want to know that, and that's what I'm gonna try on the test server, to not use my own resources all the time. So it would be really cool if you like, subscribe, comment and all the good things. And yeah, let's talk about the team. Waves are not the quickest in the world, but my team is not super damage based, so maybe you can make it a little bit faster on the end if you want to know. If you want to do that, that's super cool. And also I'm gonna show you stats on the end, and those stats, they are basically fixed if you use them. Like if you use your 271 Emic and your 261 Newt. All the videos I'm gonna make in this playlist, I also make a playlist where you can see the Mastercode, every version, Fire Knight, Dragon, single videos about them all, or a whole video about them all, showing off that is working in one session. So I just click the different stages of bosses, and no, not stages, the different bosses, and I'll kill them all in one video, so you can see what I mean in the Mastercode version. But there will be a playlist, you can check it out, and it's a ton easier. So if you use your GNUT on 261 and you check out the playlist, every other GNUT in that playlist you see will be on 261. There will be no changes, no nothing at all. So keep that in mind. That what basically the goal is, to put one champion in there, make him one speed and use him in all areas. Newt is appearing more often than of maybe my Mikage right now, but Emic, Newt, and if you see those champions, they will be all the same speed, all the same defense and stuff. So just write it down for yourself. The GNUT is 261 on the end and the Emic 271, and just you have the same outcome that I do. Alright, and let's go ahead to the boss. The boss is pretty nice, and we will use the unkillable of Emic, the counter attack on the Nude, and increase speed on our Creodon to counter the decreased speed and stuff like that. We get some counter attacks in here because we can do counter attack mastery and we are unkillable. We lose a bunch of HP, so some of them are free, and if you have your whole team equipped with that, 1 or 2 will happen every time. Like, it's a 50%. And then we go in, we do a couple hits on our champions. Mikage is gonna go last, so she's gonna do the ally attack. And we're just having to have a couple hits on Nude to freeze while Mikage is doing the ally attack, and that will happen all the time. Even if you don't counter attack or something, that should be okay. And Nude is tuned, so he goes in after he ally attacked and decreased the turn meter a little bit. He will do 2 more A1s. That means you are pretty much safe, so you don't are in danger to lose the control about the turn meter, because the turn meter will get hit all the time. Instead of your Nude doing 1 ally attack, decreasing the turn meter a little bit, and then doing his max HP hit, and you have a little bit of jankiness to get back around to Nude. So he's perfectly tuned, so he will go in all the time. And maybe there are replacements in here, like Creodon, Shakar could be maybe someone else. It is a little bit more janky, I already tested it, but there are kind of replacements here. But the champions you see right now on the screen are basically the 100% if you don't land the decreased speed 3% thingy. So it was the most consistent thing I saw, because we have a couple of freezers. It is decently fast, and I went for it because I want clean and nice teams on the end, and nothing something like that works 75% of the time or something. And yeah, it is a really nice one. Emic will decrease the skills of the rest of the team, so Nude will do his max HP hits more often, and every time Nude does his max HP hit, Mikage will do the ally attack to just counteract that he didn't do his A1 to decrease the turn meter, so the turn meter will be stable all the time. And you have on the end a run like this, 4 minutes plus, 4.5 minutes. I'm not gonna lie, it's not the quickest in the world, but you can save a ton of speed while you're doing the waves. They are not really super great for me right now. So let's go into the stats, and keep in mind, if you see the stats right here on Mikage, okay, she's not, there's only one spot for my Mikage right now in the Mastercode, so she is basically what you see here, she's dead. But the Nude will be in the Dragon team, in the something team. Of course, Shakar and Creodon are not covered in the other teams, they're basically just here for Fire Knight. But Emic and Nude will always be the same thing on the end. If you check the playlist out, and you will see what I mean. So he's in Dragon the same and everything else. So let's check out Mikage. Mikage right now has no boots for me because she was too fast. I have a 9-time protection right now, and I was really nice for my Hydra and stuff. So she was too fast. Let's check out her speeds. I have to put Fire Knight in here. I have +10. It makes it a little bit more awkward to show you that team right now, because you kind of want to know in front of the boss, and I got my +10. If you don't got your +10, I don't know what to recommend, but yeah, I have +10 on the end. So if your 271 Emic is still working the same way because he goes in front of the boss, but I will talk about another champion that maybe just goes in front of the boss because of the +10 live arena bonuses. So you gotta, yeah, calculate about that, so maybe your champion goes in front of the boss, and like my champion does. So my Mikage 266 speed, and the rest is basically up to you. It's not the most important in the world that you have accuracy on that one right there, and if you can hit it, whatever, it's okay for you. So 266 speed, and the rest is not too important. Like, make her attack. She is basically doing a ton of damage if you want her to do. And yeah, let's check out the masteries. Masteries are as following. They are meant to be for my Hydra team, so nothing too special right there. Let's talk about Nude. I'm gonna show you the masteries really quick. Giant Slayer, so yeah, nothing too special right here. The speed in Fire Knight is 271, but yeah, it's basically 261. It's a little bit awkward. Let's say 261. That's what you want. Yeah, on your nude you want 261. 100%. And it's showing 271, and then he has crit rate and crit damage plus accuracy. Of course, that's all the things you need, and he is basically attack based with 271. 261, their speed. Oh, it's so confusing. I hope that not, yeah, other people get too much confused about it. So he is basically 261. That's his raw thing, and he can always be 261 even if you have life arena bonuses or not. Even your Mikage, it doesn't matter, because she, even if she goes on her natural speed, what you maybe have, she will go in front of the boss, and that's kind of what you want. And now let's go on Emic. He is on 271 original speed, and that is what you want. 271 is the thing you want. No doubt, even if you have life arena +0, +20, whatever. So, but we will see in Fire Knight, he has 281 because of the +10, and then he is... I have to talk a little bit more about him because he's covered in every single team, so it is super important. He is resistance based. I have 500 plus right now because I use him in Hydra, and that's what you want to use him in Hydra. If you don't use him in Hydra, maybe you can skip it, but I really don't recommend it. Use him kind of like I do right here. And then he is defense based, 4200 defense, 65k HP, so not the most in the world, but it is really tanky. And also he is like speedy, and the rest doesn't matter too much. Like, you need your resistance. If you have accuracy and a brimstone on him, yeah, it would be cool, but it's super hard to get. So tanky, speedy, 271, and resistant based. I have an regeneration set, but it is mainly because of Ice Golem, and he's basically by himself super tanky if you want him to without the regen set, and you can make Iron Twins and everything a little bit easy. But yeah, to make my Iron Twins team easy, to make my Ice Golem team, I went for regen and couldn't get the Immortal set, but if you can get an Immortal set would be cool, but I just couldn't get it to work. Also, those are the masteries. I usually went for War Master on him, but I'm not doing it anymore because he will do the Ice Golem part, he will do the... there was something else I forgot, but the Ice Golem mainly was he being really dumb sometimes because he was hitting the Ice Golem boss and made the Ice Golem counter attack, and the counter attack is super hard, so I was just not doing it anymore. It was just not worth it. Jakar, let's talk about him. He is 265 base speed, and with the boost 275, but it kind of looks like he can skip the +10 too. I cannot tell too much. And he needs to have the accuracy, of course, and the speed. The rest should be attack based, so you can do more damage because you're unkillable. You get hit one time, and while you get hit you are unkillable, so make him attack based. And masteries are as following. And the last guy is Creodan. His original speed is 260, and his Fire Knight speed will be 270. And of course, again, he needs to have accuracy, and the rest should be on damage. I wasn't able to get in too much damage and stuff, so there's the wiggle room. You can make your runs a little bit faster, and that should be all about it. And again, I want to just remind you, there will be a playlist. You see one video, it's called Emic Mastercode, where I show off the whole game, where I beat the whole game with Emic in one video. And this is one of those videos, just a single video, where I show all the stats, all the things you have to be aware of, and all those things. And this is the Fire Knight part. There will be more parts about Hydra, Dragon, Clan Boss, basically the whole game, and you should keep an eye out for that. And yeah, that will be the end of the video. Don't forget to press the like button, subscribe if you haven't done already, and yeah. Have a nice day.